Hello, 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 friends. It has been forever, but I'm here. And you guys, some of you all were here super early. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're already here. They're already commenting, which means that you guys are excited. Hello, happy December. End of December, y'all. I can't believe it's the end of December already. Like, 2022 is gone. Hello, hello. Come on in the room. Let me know who you are, where you're coming in from, and then we're going to get this party started. It is another live with Mrs. Deveter on the Crochet Foundry. We're going to be talking about the December issue, which is now available. Get your December issue because January is quickly approaching. So get your December issue. It has amazing patterns in there, and we're going to chat with one of the beautiful designers. The design that she created is actually on the cover of the magazine. I'm so excited to chat with Courtney from Creations by Courtney. We're going to have fun. So you all come on in. I'm going to wait until I have 20 people in the room, and then I'm going to bring Courtney on the screen, and we're going to have a little conversation. Hello, Victoria. Hey, Jen, Sherry. Who else I have here? Come on in. Let me know who you are. Hey, Hal, Lori, Wynette, Ola Joe. Happy belated birthday. I hope you got your little something, something that Mrs. DeVita put in the mail for you. If it ain't get there yet, let me know. Everybody else, come on in, y'all. Let me know who you are, where you're coming in from. I know some of y'all are in some really cold climates. I hope you have some nice makes that you can put on to keep yourself warm. Hello, Christina and Meredith. Angela, Daisy, hello. All right, we got 22 people. So I am now going to bring on the screen with me Courtney from Creations by Courtney. Y'all welcome her. Yay!
Hi,
everyone. I am so glad that you were able to fit me into your extremely busy schedule because I know you got a whole lot of things going on. So first off, introduce yourself to the audience. Let them know who you are and what you do, and then I'll start peppering you with my questions.
Okay, so hi everyone. So I'm Courtney of Creations by Courtney. I am based in Georgia, so Metro Atlanta. If you have ever been here, yes, there's a lot of traffic. So honestly, in my spare moments, that's when I crochet and work on my business, offering size inclusive garment patterns and accessories. And yes, as Mrs. Deveter said, it is very cold. So like this is one layer. I decided to take a few off for this, but like tomorrow, all the layers will be on: hats, gloves, ponchos. I haven't made any pants yet, but
soon come.
It just might happen. It just might happen.
All the things. Yeah, this is our season though, right? For all of the amazing crochet makes. When did you start crocheting? Because you know, you look extremely young, which I love.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Tell my gray hair that though. So my mom taught me to crochet as a kid. I was like 7 or 8 years old. I don't remember exactly. She taught me crochet and knit. It didn't really stick. The crochet kind of stuck. And then when I found out I was going to be a big sister at 10, I attempted to make a blanket for my brother, but we won't talk about that project and how it disappeared in the basement.
I'm sure we all have those projects.
Yeah. I also learned that counting is important. I attempted to use some homespun yarn to make something that turned into a bag. And then I poked myself with a pencil because of the holes.
Oh,
because you know that's a thick yarn. Counting is our friend. So put it down. After that, picked it back up in college. I started making hats, scarves. I still have my first hat in scarf with the knots.
I love
with
it.
all the different colors. It's like put up. Maybe I'll like take it out and put it on to show the world, like, hey, this is where I started.
This is where I started, right?
Grad school, it was important. I lived in Chicago, so I needed to crochet things to stay warm. So all kinds of hats and scarves. They laughed at me because I would be wrapped up so much I'm from Georgia. We don't do cold.
Right.
We do chilly.
Right. But not Chicago cold.
No, no. And so, as a formal business that originally launched 2011, my husband's like, I don't know what you do with the yarn, but you're good at it, so it should be a business. I was like, okay. Didn't know what I was doing.
I love it.
Tried to sell physical items. That didn't go so well. And then January 2017, I decided to start designing, and here we are.
I love it. Everybody who watches knows that I love an origin story. I love, when people talk about the purpose and the reason why they started, it almost always leads back to a baby. Almost always. So you attempting to make a blanket for your little brother has propelled you to this amazing place to where you have a pattern in Crochet Foundry magazine. And you have something else super big coming up that we'll talk about a little bit later on.
Yeah.
But what made you say, you know what, I'm going to submit to Crochet Foundry?
Well, like, I've seen the magazines all the years, right? I have quite the collection of physical magazines, digital magazines. I was like, well, how do they do that? And particularly since, I guess, 2019, and really getting more involved in the crochet community, meeting other designers, I started learning more. And I was just like, oh, I guess this is a thing. And like, I always miss the deadlines, like always. Like, I always hear about things like the day before, 2 days after. I'd be like, oh, dang it. Or if there isn't enough time, I look at it and I look at my schedule and be like,
yeah, can't do that.
Right. Because as a side note, I'm also a psychologist and I have 3 young kids in the house.
Oh, my.
Yeah, 10 and 6-year-old twin girls. So.
Oh, boy. Yeah, so you have a full plate there, Mama.
Bit. Only one interrupted one of my therapy sessions earlier. I need your help. Are you okay? I thought she said she broke her leg, but it was just her hair was in her face while she was eating.
Oh, okay. I understand. I can identify. I too have twins, but I have a boy and a girl. And yeah, they're older. I'm telling you, enjoy this moment. It's going to go by so fast. My oldest son just turned 18, and I'm like, well,
Yeah, my bonus son is 17, so he's downstairs like doing his own thing, and I'm just like,
I love it. Oh my
so
goodness.
you're just gonna ignore that? So we can have a private chat later about how to survive this whole twin thing.
Yes, I'll help you out, my sister. Well, it's different. You have 2 girls. That's a whole nother.
They're really good right now because we're days away from Christmas. Mom, I made your bed. Look, I'm sweeping. I cleaned up the toy room. Wonderful. But let's do this like every day.
Not just because we're leading up to a Christmas holiday.
Right. Is Santa going to know? Is Santa going to be proud of me? Well, you should be proud of yourself. But what about Santa? Okay.
Speaking of my 18-year-old, he just went to the mall to see if he could buy gifts for everybody. And he's calling me, so I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, we'll continue.
He can wait. He'll be okay. He just, walk around.
Figure it out, bruh. You be good. So let's talk about this pattern. Let's talk about the inspiration behind the name of it. Let's talk about all the things regarding this pattern. So tell everybody what it's called and how you came up with it.
Okay, so this is the Kiera Crochet Dress. Wait. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
I'm still working on my Vanna White.
You're doing fine.
Thank you. So I'm trying to remember exactly what was the original inspiration. Okay, I've been wanting to make a crochet dress for a while, and I just haven't gotten to it. And this was actually May of this year. I happened to be in Memphis, Tennessee with my sister and my mom visiting my grandma. And we were standing in line to get some Starbucks because why not? Caffeine. I don't drink it often, but exactly, times you need it. And I was just talking to my sister. She tried to crochet when she was younger. She's like, it's boring. So like she leaves alone. But I use her as my model whenever I can get her to be still long enough.
That's awesome.
Love my sister. We're besties. At least in my head, we're besties. Her best friends may say they're her besties first. I'm like,
You're
I'm her
the original
sister.
bestie.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're the original.
So, so I was like, ooh, this would be kind of fun. And she found this picture and she was like, ooh, what about this? I was like, ooh, I love those sleeves on the top. And so that's what eventually inspired the dress, like with the opening, because like it was like a heart-shaped neckline with puff sleeves.
Mhm,
But I was like, okay, let's start with at least the opening shape.
mhm.
Sleeves are kind of scary to people. I like simple sleeves and I like seamless. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that for all of that. And with the design process, we collectively decided make it sleeveless so that you can make it a lovely layering piece. And so today, Cookie is wearing a pink blouse with a wide belt.
I love it. I was telling you before you came on camera that I love the way you styled it. How is the dress constructed?
So, like I said, I like seamless. I don't like seaming.
Okay.
I'm currently fighting with a project right now because of seams. Like it's straightforward. I just don't like how long it takes. So I was like, I could be making something else instead of
Right.
just seams. So for this dress, you start at the hem. And I love foundation stitches. Like on occasion, I'll actually use a chain, but for this, you do a foundation single crochet for that first round and you join it. That's
Oh.
not leaving a tail to sew it in later. I
Mhm.
have tutorials I put out there of like how you can like actually do that foundation round.
Uh-huh.
Like, because who wants to see that tiny little thing at the
I
end?
don't.
Nobody.
No.
Exactly.
Mm,
Exactly.
I don't want
So
to
you
see
start
that,
at the
to be
bottom,
honest.
you work up in the alpine stitch, which I know a lot of people love. It's such a fun stitch. There's movement, but it's also dense. So I think it works really well for like a layering piece this time of year. Again, a sweater dress.
Mhm,
And there's actually shaping in it from the hip
mhm,
up to the bust
mhm.
because we're all shaped differently, right? So the pattern includes instructions on how you can adjust for your hips to your waist to your bust. Because
Mhm.
one of my dear friends, she made the point, because I was just going to, do it
Make
straight
it.
up and down.
Mhm.
But then she tested for me. She was like, well, like one measurement is this size, this measurement that. And that's what inspired me to include some of the shaping. So
Mhm.
that part is unique
Mhm.
with it because it's a simple repeat. It's like, okay, double crochet, front post double crochet.
Mhm.
But to shape, you just skip a stitch as your decrease,
Ah.
which can throw off the pattern, but it's like, just kind of remember the rule.
Mhm.
Double crochet in a front post and a front post on top of around the double crochet. But
Okay.
again, that's why there's a tutorial, you
Now,
know?
I love pattern designers who provide us with tutorials. Like, I think it is just so important. I can read the pattern, but like
Mm-hmm,
you said, when there's these little nuances, you've written
mm-hmm,
it out perfectly. It's been edited, it's been reviewed,
mm-hmm.
but still to see it makes it a lot easier. What made you say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do a tutorial?
Because I'm crazy. I,
I love to do these things to myself.
pretty much, I am an overachiever. I am a Virgo through and through.
Okay.
And so, like, I was like, yeah, I absolutely can do a video tutorial of an entire dress while working full time, keeping up with the kids, taking to gymnastics, being a good wife.
And helping others with their problems. Okay.
Yes, easy peasy.
Oh my
Easy
gosh.
peasy, right? So, but I know my design process, what seems really simple to me. I've gotten this feedback from testers that have become my friends. They're like, I always learn something when I test for you. So that's why I was like, let me do this video. That way people have a resource to find their answers when they have questions. Of course, I'm available by email. It's just, give me a little bit of time to respond. That's all. I
Because
just may not
got
see
a
it
whole
until
lot
like
of things.
later at night.
Later at night.
Exactly. But this is why I decided to do the video. And being new to making video, it was really long, but I have amazing friends that are very experienced. And they're like, yeah, I know, break that up. And I was like, okay, I can do that.
I
Hey,
love it.
Lynette. Sorry, I just saw her
Yeah, the
comment.
people
That's what
are
my good
here.
crochet friends.
Shout
People
them
are my
out.
darn besties.
Shout them out. I always love, the opportunity to chat with designers and invite their friends to come and hang out with us. If there are any questions in the comments, please, if you guys have any
Yeah.
questions for Courtney, please post them and I will definitely make sure that I ask them. Now, what yarn did you use for this product? What
I use
project?
a worsted weight. This one is Mary Maxim alpaca tweed.
Okay.
So I love a good tweed.
Okay.
It's something about it, just like it's not that the color changes, but those little specks are just so much fun. And
Mhm.
this one is so soft, so soft because
Okay.
it's acrylic and alpaca, and I'm kind of obsessed with alpacas. Like
Mhm.
I have this on my desk.
Oh, so cute. I love it.
I'm trying to get a bigger one, and my husband keeps like,
No.
no. I was like, but honey, we're talking about a dog in the future. It's actually cheaper to get an alpaca than a dog. He's like, no. But
An alpaca in the backyard in the Georgia home.
right,
Like, what is that, ma'am? It's an alpaca. What do you mean?
right, right. Or I'll just tell the HOA it's a unique dog. It's a new designer dog.
A designer dog. I love it. That's hilarious. I tell Pam from Furls all the time that I'm gonna get a sheep. She has to get me a sheep. I want a sheep.
There's a random house I passed leaving gymnastics with my kids. They have like these tiny goats in their
Oh,
yard. Just
see, it's a goat.
like they're in this house, and
Mhm.
like on either side are like you have these fancy neighborhoods, and they just have these little tiny goats, and it's so cute.
That's
Every time I'm
hilarious.
like, look at the goats. Hey, they're like so cute.
Oh my goodness. Let's see.
Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly says she'll visit you if you get an alpaca.
Oh yeah, of course she will. She knows my husband. She already knows this is gonna be a
Oh,
process.
I love it. Lynette wants to know what made you decide to create a dress.
To get it off of my bucket list,
Mm,
finally. Because I've been saying it for years and I just never did it. And I was like, carpe diem. Seize the day. That's it. No real thought. That's how most of my designs do. They just pop in my head. I'm like, I'm going with it.
what's the craziest thing you've designed, you think?
Ooh,
Like something that
that's a
you were
good
like, really?
question.
Am I really gonna make this?
Um, so it's upcoming.
Mm,
Um, I wish I could tell y'all about it, but I can't because I
okay.
feel like this one is just like such a different way of thinking about things. But you're gonna love it.
And speaking of upcoming, I am so happy. Like she's in Atlanta, right? You guys know that I am working with Crochet Fashion Week. And I was like, you know about Crochet Fashion Week, right? She was like, mm-hmm. I was like, it's gonna be in Atlanta. I'm so excited, blah blah. She was like, yeah, I'm one of the designers. So, Courtney, you're going to be at Crochet Fashion Week. It's going to be incredible, amazing, exciting. You
Yes.
showed me something that you're working on, and I am just so excited to see it on the runway. What made you say, okay, I'm going to do this? What made you sign up?
Okay. So Kelly and Lynette and Kathy can attest to this because I do every other week. I do an online hangout and we just like work on projects and chat.
Mhm.
And so I was like, I saw Gregory on the stuff, and I was like, what's really happening? Wasn't sure what it was. It like we happened to be hanging out. I was like, let me investigate, and I just happened to apply just like on the fly. And I was like, oh, this is February. Like, what is it gonna involve? Like, can I fit this in my schedule? And I was like, let's just go with it, and I did. And it's in Atlanta, so that's even better.
Even better. I am just so Crochet Fashion Week. For those of you who aren't familiar, I put the link in the comment section, but it's a 2-day event, a fashion event, the evolution of the stitch. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be all the crochet fashion, like
Yes,
fashion walking the runway, and amazing designers like Courtney are going to present their makes. Like, I'm so excited about this because, we always talk about Vogue knit and all of these knit kind of things, but we never really get to
yes,
talk about crochet. And
right.
there's so much versatility in crochet, right? Like,
Yes. Oh my gosh. Like there are
Thing,
no limits whatsoever.
I mean, all kinds of things. I've seen people creating just amazing pieces, and I'm just really excited about it being on a proper runway and getting the love that it deserves. So, if you are in the Atlanta
Absolutely.
area or if you're interested in coming, it's February 11th and 12th in Atlanta. It's going to be amazing, a
Yeah.
must see event. And Courtney's going to
Yeah.
be there. Now, you got to talk about your hook. What
Okay,
hook
yes.
did you use to make? And tell us the name of the pattern because I want to
Yes.
make sure we have the name.
The Kiera Crochet Dress because she's a little sassy, with the triangle opening.
Yes,
Show a little bit of skin, but not too much. That way you can still go to work and then go to dinner afterwards.
there you go. And
You
you
know?
can layer it like the beautiful mannequin
Exactly.
behind you. So this is
Yes,
good
yes,
stuff.
yes, yes. So for the hook, I used this gorgeous, wait, there we go. Whoa.
You're an
Let me see if I can
alpha
do the slow
girl.
turn.
Look at that. Now, did your alpha come in the new packaging? So
No.
yours came in the old packaging.
Yes.
Girl, look at
I'm
this new
jealous. Can I
packaging.
just get the box?
I know, right? Pam did such an amazing job. I have this beautiful hook. I showed you guys before, but I'm gonna show it again because girl,
Ooh.
get into don't look at my nails. Get
Mm-hmm.
into this hook. Isn't that
Yes.
beautiful?
Yes. That's on
This
my wish list is to get one of
birthday
those.
present. It's so pretty.
It
Oh my
is.
god, I
It
love this hook.
is.
So you're an alpha girl. What size did you use for this pattern?
I use the H, so that's a 5 millimeter.
Mhm.
I tend to use like a G plus. I love the 4.5. I tend to use it, not recognizing that, but also I went through my collection. I was like, oh, okay, I have a lot of G pluses and I's.
I hear you. You're like, okay, I guess that's the one I use the most. That's why I
Yes,
got
yes, yes. But I have a
you.
knife grip, so
Me too.
this fits so well
Yeah,
in
in
my
your
hand.
hand. Yeah, I'm a
Yes.
knife grip also.
Yes, and I use the Odysseys a lot too, like
Okay.
almost exclusively furls. Like I would do their Tunisian hooks, but I tend to do bigger projects, so I need cables. So
Mhm.
that's the only time that I'm probably not using a furls hook is on
Okay.
my Tunisian projects.
How'd you get introduced to furrows?
I think I saw an ad or something randomly back in like 2013.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Ooh, what's this? This is
Mm-hmm.
different." So I bought one, and I still have my very first hook, and I used
Oh,
it so much it
uh-huh.
came apart.
Oh no.
So they first started, with the Black Odyssey,
Yes.
and there's the seam between the tip and
Mhm.
the handle, and I was just, it was as I worked in there one day, I was like, I hear squeaking.
Oh no.
That's how much I crochet.
Oh my goodness.
But they have an amazing policy. So I was like, yeah, so this happened. Not sure how. I was just like, doing regular crochet. I've had it for a few years
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and they replaced it. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And
Furls
since then,
is
my collection
amazing with that.
has
Pearls
expanded.
is amazing with that. Yay! So Odyssey, she's an alpha girl, y'all. She is a part of the clan. So make
Yeah.
sure if you have not already purchased your December issue of Crochet Foundry magazine, you need to go ahead and get your copy. But of course, I'm going to give one away today because it's
Woo!
what I do. Let me see. What can we ask them? What could we ask them to get them excited? What? No, I don't want to ask that question. I can't think of anything. So, all I want you to do is put a ball of yarn emoji in the comment section in order to
Mhm.
be selected to win a copy of the December issue of the magazine. And then I'll let Courtney pick the winner. Go
Okay.
ahead, y'all start. Put your ball of yarn
Let's
in the
see. How
comment
quickly can
section.
y'all do this?
Come on,
And
y'all,
then
do it, do it, do it.
in the moment,
Here
Jen
we
asked a little bit ago my design inspiration. Um, Everything, but more specifically, I enjoy fashion. At some point when I was a kid, I thought about being a fashion designer. So sometimes I see things and I really like the silhouette, and then I save the picture in a special Pinterest board. And when the time comes around, I eventually look at how I can translate that into yarn. So there's a project for 2023 that's inspired by a sewing pattern. I just
Mm.
gotta figure out the shaping and if I can make it seamless rather than multiple pieces. Because who has time
See,
for
like,
that?
I'm not doing all these pieces. If it ain't one piece, it ain't happening.
That's why I'm really proud of what I'm working on for this fashion show.
Uh-huh.
My
Because you,
friends are like, "Wait, you're steaming?" I was like, "I know."
oh my goodness. Well, it has been such a pleasure chatting it up with you and getting to meet you. I cannot wait to meet you in person in Atlanta.
ATL.
Yes, it's gonna be amazing, amazing, amazing. Are you going to have any more patterns in Crochet Foundry magazine? Are you gonna try and do more? Yes.
Absolutely.
The answer to that is yes. It wasn't really a
now,
question.
now that I know the process, I'm like, oh, this isn't so bad.
Mhm.
So yes, of course, I think it's fun, and I will totally admit it totally went my head to see the cover. I was like, oh, my dress is on the cover. I
Is
called my
it?
husband instantly. I was like, babe, my dress is on the cover. He's like, what? I was like, look. He's like, good job, babe.
Same exact reaction when I saw my face on the cover. I was like, wait a minute now. That's me. Oh my God.
Yeah,
And I
it's like,
just started
oh,
laughing. My husband was like, why are you laughing like a crazy person? I was like, look, it's me. He was like, yes, congratulations.
right. They just don't quite
They
fully
just, they
understand.
don't
It's just
get
like,
it. It's like,
like, this is
man,
my moment.
exactly.
I
But
think what would be closest to meet Beyonce, like they're neck and neck. Like,
exactly. Now I have one final question. I'm a big girl. I'm working on not being a big girl, but I'm a big girl. How do I make a garment that doesn't look like I'm wearing a blanket? Like that's always my
yes.
issue. I'm like, I want to make these things, but I don't want to look like I'm wearing a blanket. What are your
So the
suggestions?
first thing, know your measurements.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Know your measurements, write them down. I even have a whole book I wrote about how to make stuff because the fit is so, so, so important because we put so much time into it. We don't want to put all these hours and then finish and be like, I'm not happy with it.
Yeah.
So you've got to know your measurements, and it is a-okay to pick a size different than what you normally wear, but go based on the measurements. So if you have an extra large bust, but say you have a 2X waist,
Mhm.
because sometimes we're all shaped different, we're all beautiful, right?
Yes. Yes.
So it's figuring out, actually read the pattern and figure out where you can make those changes. And sometimes that does mean math, but the
Mhm.
math isn't bad. You just got to know what math you need to figure out. And honestly, you can figure out how many stitches per inch. That's
Mhm.
where you make the changes. That's either adding stitches or taking stitches away. That way you can create the silhouette that fits you. That
Mhm.
way, you walk with that pep in your step, little sachet.
Love it.
Yes, I made this. Yes, I know I look fabulous.
I love it. So, and then you do that thing that starts with a G, right? I got to gauge swatch it too.
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes, yes. The gay swatch. The G word. I know. You ought to see all the gay swatches in my craft room. There's a lot happening in there right now. A lot. And it helps if it's a natural fiber to block
Mm,
your gauge swatch to
mhm,
see how it's going to grow. You do want to stretch it to see how it's going to change. But because if it's going to grow a lot, then you could choose a smaller size since
mm.
there will be that room for growth to fit. And then you get more of a form fitting look. So it's not boxing.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that's it. Like the box, I don't want to look like a box. Like I want it to
Right.
look, you know what I'm saying? So thank
Mm-hmm.
you for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good advice. I hope that somebody, Joy, you are hilarious. She typed in ball of yarn.
I love it, Joy. I love it.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for this time. Okay, you guys stop putting in your balls of yarn or your word ball of yarn. We are going to select a winner. Oh, Lynette is saying you should join us on Friday nights, and Courtney can share more of her amazing tips at Courtney by Creations by Courtney, and that's on Instagram.
Yes, at the LLC. I'm on Instagram and Facebook, Creations by Courtney LLC. But yeah, if you join my newsletter, I send the link out every other Friday. It's not hard to find me.
Okay, Creations by Courtney LLC. Make sure you all follow her on Instagram, on all the things. Just put in
just look for the
Creations by
blue or
Courtney.
purple streaks. That's me.
All
or
right.
little faces that look like me. That's probably my twins. They, kind of take over my phone at times.
That's what it's not your phone anymore. It's theirs.
Exactly. I'm just here.
You're just here. You're just paying the bills. That's all you do. And feeding them. Paying the
Pretty
bills and feeding them and buying the Christmas presents. All right. I'm going to do the scroll. Let me just make sure I get to where they are. Where are the balls in yarn? Oh, okay. Here we go. And I'm scrolling. And you tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Ooh, did I click anything? Oh. Okay. Yay, Lynette! Does she already have a copy?
Probably. I don't know. Let's see. Let's wait for her to respond. She probably does. Lynette is the best. We met years ago through pattern testing, and she's been a ride or die, and I love her for it.
She said she doesn't have a copy. So yay! Congratulations.
Talk about that later.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm just playing.
You're in trouble, Lynette. Congratulations to you, Lynette. Thank you so much for joining this live and hanging out with us. You are going to send an email to support@crochetfoundry.com. Let them know that you are the winner of a magazine today, and they will get you your digital copy. Congratulations, Lynette.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us and chatting and laughing. I love laughing and chatting with everyone.
Yes.
I think that's probably why I'm a therapist.
I love that. I think that is so important. How did you decide that you wanted to be a therapist, though?
A random thought came to me in middle school, and I saw it all the way through high school, college, all the way through the doctorate.
Wow. Well,
yes,
congratulations.
So technically I'm a doctor.
Yeah. She's Dr. Courtney, honey. She is Dr. Courtney. I love it. Everybody who watches know how I feel about, women doing amazing things, and you are one of them. So thank you again.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. I always love to support and encourage and push and promote and all that stuff. So I'm sure you're going to have some new followers.
Yes, come hang with me.
Yes, we're going to come and hang out with you and learn from Courtney. Now, you mentioned something about a book. You have a book, or you're writing a book? Or
yes, it is in my Etsy shop. It's called A Guide for Creating Crochet Garments That Fit. Ooh. So if let's see, you can get like a snippet, like a cheat sheet if you sign up for my newsletter, but then the full book is in my Etsy shop. And so I take you through what to measure, looking at the numbers. There's even like little figures so you can write out your measurements, and project planning page so you can like make your notes on how you are going to change that pattern so that it fits you as you want it to.
I love it. You all, please go and check out Creations by Courtney LLC, Etsy, Instagram, Facebook.
Yes, I'm on Facebook. My website is just creationsbycourtney.com. So I even have a FAQ on there on garments, like people specific questions. Like seriously, I want everybody to have a handmade closet. I really do. Because like, why not? Like, I'm wearing my poncho because it's too cold outside for me in Georgia. It's like 40 degrees. There we go. And I love texture.
Pretty. You designed that as well?
Yes. Draped in Diamonds poncho.
I love your name.
Thank you.
Very, very, very cool. Thank you again, Courtney, for hanging out. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. Wishing you all a very happy holiday. If you don't celebrate a holiday, wishing you all a very happy winter, because you can't get away from that. Winter is not.
It is here.
It's here. So crochet all the things. Make sure you get back to that whip in progress. Go on and finish whatever it is that you are working on. You got
Exactly.
a sleeve to attach, so go on and
I could
attach
do
your
this.
sleeve. You got this. You're Dr. Courtney. You
Ex-
got this.
Exactly. I will be therapizing myself as I seam this sleeve.
Make it happen. Cannot wait to meet you in person. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday, Courtney. Thank you again.
You. Same to everyone. Happy holidays. And I seriously, I want to see some new faces hanging out with me online because there isn't a stranger in how I've been told. I
Yeah, we
will
never
talk to
meet
anyone.
strangers. There you go. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.